I'll be late again today, don't bother with dinner.
What time should I expect you?
I don't know, late.
This is the 4th time this week, Dom.
Can't be helped, work stuff.
Let me guess. Drinking with coworkers again?
Yeah, what about it?
You said the same thing yesterday. And the day before.
It's important for team building.
Every single night?
Look, these are important connections I'm building.
Don't you think you've been drinking too much lately? You're always hungover and miserable. Maybe you should take some days off from drinking.
I told ya, it's for work.
You were sick all weekend because of it.
That wasn't from drinking. It must have been something I ate.
You spent all Sunday in bed with a hangover.
What am I supposed to do? My team keeps asking me to grab drinks and dinner to discuss work stuff. I'm pretty popular with my subordinates, you know. It's tough being so in demand.
Can't you discuss work at the office? During actual work hours?
That's not how business works. You wouldn't understand.
I worked in an office before Mia was born. I know how it works.
Things have changed since then.
It's not just dinner anymore, though. Your recent health checkup results weren't good at all. You need to cut back on drinking. Plus, these bar tabs are getting ridiculous. I know your team is important, but we need to think about our household expenses too.
You're exaggerating about my health.
The doctor specifically mentioned your liver numbers.
Doctors always say that stuff.
And what about the credit card bill? Last month's bar tabs were more than our grocery budget.
Isn't managing the household budget your job? Just cut back on other stuff.
Where exactly should I cut back? We're already shopping at discount stores. The water heater needs fixing too. We need to save for that.
That can wait.
I've already cut everything I can. Mia's starting high school soon, and there will be a lot of expenses.
She's going to public school, isn't she? That barely costs anything.
You know that's not true. The uniforms and textbooks alone are expensive.
Can't she use second-hand uniforms? And I'm sure you can find those same textbooks at the library or something.
She needs her own properly fitted uniforms. Even now, we're paying for her prep courses for her midterms and final exams.
Ugh, why don't we just send her to a school that doesn't require uniforms? Wait, what prep courses?
The ones I told you about last month. You said it was fine.
When did you tell me?
At dinner. You probably don't remember because you came home drunk.
What? It's just exams, right? Why does she need to go to extra prep classes?
Yes, but if she doesn't pass her exam, she can't graduate.
Why waste money on that? She doesn't need to take prep courses.
Because nothing's guaranteed. She needs all the help she can get so she can go to high school.
Isn't it a bit early for that? Finals are all the way in May next year. Sounds like you're just throwing money away.
This is our daughter's future we're talking about.
Aren't you spending too much money on Mia?
Her education is important. You used to agree about that.
Used to? What's that supposed to mean?
Before you started spending all our extra money at bars.
Here we go again with the drinking.
What are you talking about? Everything we're spending on Mia is necessary. It's all for her future.
And what about my present? I work hard every day.
So you deserve to drink away our savings?
Are you trying to say the money I spend is wasteful?
When it's affecting our daughter's future, yes. I wouldn't say wasteful, but it's excessive. These aren't necessary expenses, are they?
I bust my ass every day working to support you both. What's wrong with me spending some money?
No one's saying you can't spend any money.
Sure sounds like it.
I'm just asking you to be reasonable. I appreciate you working hard, but I'm working hard too, taking care of the house. Isn't this supposed to be a partnership?
Partnership? Let's talk about who brings in the money then.
Money isn't everything in a marriage.
I make more money than you do.
Well, yes, but
But what? You didn't finish your thought.
that doesn't give you the right to waste it.
Before you criticize how I spend my money, maybe you should look at yourself.
I'm not wasting money at all.
Yes, you are. You're blasting the heat all day at home. Have you seen how high the gas and electric bills are this winter?
Hold on. That's a necessity. It's below freezing outside every day. Are you saying we shouldn't use the heat?
You have it on even when no one's in those rooms.
Because it takes forever to warm up if I turn it off.
Just wear more layers.
I'm already wearing layers.
Clearly not enough.
There's a limit to that. I can't do housework in a freezing house.
My grandmother managed just fine without central heating.
This isn't the 1950s.
Listen, back in the day, people managed housework even when it was cold. You're in a normal house with no drafts, you can handle it.
So I should just let the pipes freeze.
Don't be dramatic, it's not that cold.
It was 23 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. This is completely unreasonable. Plus, Mia's studying for exams. What if she catches a cold?
Since when does heat prevent colds?
You know what I mean. She can't focus if she's freezing.
Make her wear more layers too, then she won't get sick.
She's already wearing 3 layers inside.
Then wear 4.
Are you serious right now?
Fine, we can get a little space heater for Mia to use in her room. Everything else is off limits.
What about the bathroom? Kitchen?
Those don't need heat, she'll be fine.
And what about me?
You're not studying for exams.
So? I think I still deserve to be warm in my own house.
If it's cold, tell her to stay in her room. This is what happens when an unemployed housewife starts complaining to me. This is all your fault.
How is this my fault?
If you hadn't complained about my drinking, I wouldn't have to look at the bills.
So this is punishment?
It's called budgeting. You wanted to save money.
When are you coming home today?
Why do you care?
Because I need to know for dinner prep.
Not telling you.
What? Why not?
Because you're cheating.
What are you talking about? What do you mean cheating?
Don't play dumb. You're calculating when I'll be home and sneaking the heat on before that.
That's ridiculous. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I can tell because sometimes the house is weirdly warm when I get back.
Maybe because you're drunk and overheated.
Don't get smart with me.
So what if I was using it?
I said it was forbidden. Why can't you just wear more layers and behave?
You're acting like we committed a crime.
You deliberately disobeyed me.
That's not realistic. It's literally snowing outside.
So what?
The pipes could freeze and burst.
Stop making excuses.
We're going to get sick. Then we'll have to pay for doctor visits and medicine. That'll cost more than the heating bill.
If you get sick, it's your own fault. That's why I'm telling you to wear more layers.
I've been wearing every sweater I own.
Then buy more.
There's a limit. Can't you think about this rationally?
I am being rational. You're the one being dramatic. Why don't you wear ski gear? That'll keep you warm. People wear it in the mountains.
Inside the house? Are you listening to yourself? This isn't the time for jokes.
It's a solution, isn't it?
Stop this already. This is impossible. Neither Mia nor I use the heating unnecessarily. Please, just let us use it for basic needs.
I already said Mia's room is allowed.
And what about the rest of the house?
She doesn't need to be anywhere else.
That's not enough. It's painful eating meals or watching TV in a freezing room. I could handle it if it was just me, but don't drag Mia into this.
If it's cold, just eat in Mia's room.
The whole family squeezed into her tiny room?
Better than wasting money on heat.
That's rich coming from someone who uses heat however he wants when he gets home. And the heating bill is way less than you spend at bars.
Don't start with the bar thing again.
It's the truth, though.
I'm allowed because I work. A jobless housewife shouldn't live in luxury. I'm installing security cameras now.
What?
You heard me.
You can't be serious.
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna monitor if you're secretly using the heat during the day. That'll shut you up.
This is insane. You'd rather spend money on cameras? You have money for that, but not heating? This is just you being spiteful.
It's called investment. It'll save money in the long run.
By terrorizing your family?
Shut up. This is final. If I catch you using the heat, I'm cutting the household budget. If you want to use it that badly, get on your knees and apologize. And apologize for complaining about my drinking, too.
You want me to beg for basic necessities?
If you want the heat that badly, yes.
What's the point of all this?
Well, it'll satisfy me. This is your fault for trying to force me to save money. If you don't want Mia involved, you better make things right.
So this is punishment for questioning your drinking?
You brought this on yourself. Mia, I can't reach your mom. Is she with you? Why aren't you answering? What are you two doing?
Dad, you just got home? Been drinking again, huh?
Don't take that tone with me. This is as necessary for work. But forget that. Why's the house dark? You're not home, are you?
Mom got taken to the hospital by ambulance.
Ambulance? Hospital? What happened? Which hospital?
Like you care.
Of course I care! Tell me which hospital!
I'm not telling you. Don't you dare come, you bastard.
Mia, watch your language! How dare you call your father a bastard? Where did you learn to talk like that?
Shut up! A bastard is a bastard. Mom collapsed because of you.
Don't be ridiculous. What? My fault? She collapsed because she couldn't take care of her own health.
Are you kidding me? Mom's been sick for days. She had a fever and was suffering.
Why didn't she say anything?
She did. You were too drunk to notice.
How is that my fault?
Because you wouldn't let her use the heat. She got worse and worse until she had to be rushed to the hospital with a high fever.
She should have said something was wrong. Why did she let it get that bad? See, it's her fault for ignoring it.
What? Are you serious? This is insane. Of course this would happen if someone stuck in a freezing room all the time. She couldn't even use medicine because you cut the household budget.
I said she could use your room. She chose not to.
How can you think like that? Mom didn't use my room because she didn't want to risk giving me a cold before my exams. She stayed in the cold because of that. This is absolutely your fault.
Well, I never said she couldn't use it if she was sick.
When was she supposed to tell you? When you came home drunk? You even put up security cameras to stop her from using it. You're seriously messed up.
Don't twist things around. I only banned the heat because your mom talked back to me. I said I'd forgive her if she apologized, but she stubbornly refused. It's her fault.
Apologize for what? Caring about our family? Mom told me what happened, and you're definitely the one in the wrong. Drinking every night while forcing us into impossible sacrifices? That's why Mom collapsed. I seriously despise you.
Don't talk to your father that way. Fine, I'll apologize to Mom. Now, which hospital? Since it was an ambulance, it must be the private one.
I told you not to come. Mom doesn't want to see you either. She doesn't want to see your face or hear your voice.
She's my wife. I have a right to know.
Rights? What about her right to basic heating?
I'm trying to show concern here. You don't have to be so harsh.
Concern? Now? After she's in the hospital?
I can make this right.
We don't want your condescending concern. Mom can rest better without you around. Even if Mom forgives you, I never will. You're the absolute worst. Complete human garbage. I never want to live with you again.
You're crossing a line. I told you to stop talking to your father like that. If you're gonna be like this, fine. Don't come back until you apologize. Tell your mother the same thing.
We weren't planning to come back anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Figure it out yourself. You're so smart, right?
Hey, Chloe, when are you coming back? The trash is piling up. The washing machine is full.
Do it yourself.
What? Don't think I'll keep being nice just because you caught a cold and collapsed. If you're better, get back here. You've been discharged, right?
Yes, I'm discharged. No, I'm not coming back.
Stop being difficult.
I'm never coming back to the house. Take care of your own things.
You can't just decide that on your own. What are you talking about? Where do you plan to live?
I'm at my parents' house. Mia and I will live with them from now on.
That's ridiculous. You can't just move out. I never agreed to separation. What kind of shameless housewife are you? If you don't come back, I'll divorce you. Are you okay being abandoned?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's get a divorce.
You can't be serious. What? You actually want a divorce?
Why are you surprised? You just threatened it. I'm tired of dealing with you. Mia agrees too. But if you wanted a divorce, that's good. Let's start the process right away.
Hold on a minute. No, divorce would be trouble.
For who? You?
For all of us.
Not really. I'm actually really happy about it.
You're just angry about the heating thing.
This goes way beyond that.
Stop acting tough. How are you planning to handle living expenses without me? You said Mia needs all sorts of things for high school. You two can't manage alone.
Watch us.
Be realistic here.
We'll rely on my parents for a while, but I'm getting a job, so we'll be fine.
A job after all these years? No way. Single mother households are tough.
Not as tough as living with an alcoholic who monitors the heating. You barely make money, but act so high and mighty while wasting it. We couldn't even use heat. Plus, Mia's first choice high school is closer to my parents' house. Divorce works out better for us.
You've lost your mind. What? What kind of job could a housewife possibly get? You'll come crawling back to me soon enough.
That's taken care of too. My dad's friend who owns a company is looking for an accountant. He asked if I'd be interested. I was an accountant before, you know.
How many years ago was that?
Before Mia was born. But I've been helping out occasionally since then. You remember, right? How I'd help my dad's friend's business a few times a year?
That was just favor work, like some old lady could be useful.
I'm 42, not 82, and they seem to think I'm plenty useful. They see some value in hiring me. That's why they offered.
This is crazy. You need to think this through. I won't allow this. Just come back right now. Come back now. If you come back now, you can use the heat as much as you want.
Now you're offering heat? You think that's going to work?
I'm trying to compromise here.
I'm telling you, I have no attachment to you anymore. That's why I want a divorce. Why do you think I'd come back for that? Is heat your only appeal? I can use heat all I want at my parents' place.
But who'll take care of the house? What about my daily life?
Not my problem. Figure it out yourself.
You can't just abandon your responsibilities. I've been supporting you all this time. I won't accept this divorce nonsense.
Supporting me? With what? The leftovers from your bar tabs? Didn't you just say you'd divorce me if I didn't come back? Didn't you want a divorce too? Or was that just an empty threat?
It wasn't a threat, but I didn't think you'd actually want divorce. I've supported you without any hardship all this time. Feels like being bitten by the dog I raised.
A dog you raised? Is that how you see me? That kind of thinking is exactly why I want a divorce, and you've caused nothing but hardship. Your salary disappeared into bar tabs every month, leaving us with barely enough to live on. I even had to take on temporary jobs to pay for Mia's school trip. You never listened no matter what I said. I did. Multiple times. You were too drunk to remember. I can't live with someone like that anymore. Not even with multiple lifetimes.
I can change! Look, about the heating, that was only because you kept talking about saving money. I wasn't really serious about banning it.
You even installed security cameras to monitor us? No matter what you say now, my feelings won't change. Take responsibility for your own words.
I'm trying to fix things here. Okay, Chloe, I'm sorry about everything. You can use the heat and I'll cut back on drinking. How's that? Satisfied now?
No, give me a divorce.
You're not even trying to work this out! I apologized. What more do you want?
An apology doesn't erase what happened. It's your whole attitude. Can't you understand I don't want to be with you anymore?
We can go to counseling!
Even with an apology, I won't forgive you. Neither will Mia. We realized we'd be happy without you.
You're being hasty. You'd have a more stable happiness living with me. Mia's still a young teen. How are you gonna manage without me?
Living with someone who bans heat and sub-zero temperatures? What's stable about that?
That was just temporary. I said you could use the heat now.
After I nearly died from pneumonia? So that's the only reason you have for me to stay?
We can work together on other things too.
I've put up with enough. I've realized it's impossible, so it's over. No matter what you say, I'm getting a divorce.
Think about what people will say. Chloe, I'm really sorry. Please, come back. Without you, the place is getting messy and the laundry's piling up.
Is that all you care about? Clean laundry? Then hire a housekeeper. That would suit you better.
That's not what I meant! We've been family for over 15 years! Don't you have any feelings left? Can you cut ties so easily?
You destroyed those feelings with your own actions. And don't call us family. Neither Mia nor I consider you family anymore. Why don't you realize we're better off without you? After that, I divorced my husband, and my daughter and I are peacefully living at my parents' house. It took 3 months to finalize everything, but we haven't regretted our decision for a single day. The divorce seemed to shock my ex-husband considerably. Now I hear he goes straight home after work every day instead of going drinking. His team apparently had to find a new drinking buddy. It's ironic that he only stopped drinking after we left, when that could have saved our marriage if he'd done it sooner. If he could manage without drinking back then, none of this would have happened. This all occurred because he looked down on us and took us for granted. He never saw me as an equal partner in our marriage, just someone to cook, clean, and follow his rules. Moving forward, I hope he consistently pays Mia's child support and doesn't disappoint her any further as a father. He tried to contact her a few times after the divorce was finalized, but she's still too hurt to speak with him. I don't force the issue. She needs time to heal from the trauma of watching her father prioritize drinking over her family's basic needs. Maybe someday they can rebuild their relationship, but that has to be her choice. Mia successfully passed her final exams, ranking in the top 10% of all 8th graders in her school. Her teachers say she studied twice as hard after we moved to my parents' house, probably because she could finally focus in a warm, stable environment. I started my new job, and it's going better than I expected. Since I'd been helping out occasionally through my father's connections, I'm working with people I know, which makes for a comfortable environment. It feels good to be valued for my abilities, rather than criticized for every little thing. The most surprising thing had been rediscovering my self-worth. When you spend years being told that you're just a jobless housewife who should be grateful for basic necessities like heat, you start believing it. But now I have my own income, my own career goals, and most importantly, my own sense of dignity back. My parents have been incredibly supportive, but I'm already saving to get our own place eventually. This time, one where Mia and I make rules together. I'm determined to work hard, so we never have to see my daughter sad again. We're grateful for our daily life now, which has so many more smiles than before. And we plan to continue living happily with our family, our real family.